Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to a very special Rumble. We got a great Rumble here tonight and you all are going to have to bear with me a little bit. I don't know everyone on this, but I do know Randy Marsh, who is picking his nose and coming out in his underwear. What in the world, Randy? Come on. But this is adult cartoons. Not for kids, obviously, this video. Now, there is some of these cartoons are PG. There is one that, is technically from a kid's show until the last season. Or at least, an older kid show. But these are mainly adult cartoons. A lot of TVMA, TV-14. There is some TV PG, though. But they're more centered for adults. And this is Rick Sanchez here from Rick and Morty, of course. Now, some of these people I'm going to know really well. There's a couple I have no idea who they are. I had to do some research. And, of course, there's going to be a couple that we're really missing out on. And I'll explain that later. But to kick things off, let's get to what we're missing out on. Because you're going to be missing Stan, Kyle, Kenny. They're not in this match, unfortunately. I just could not find the ones that I wanted for those characters. So we do have some South Park characters, but it's going to be people that, of course, we're going to have Cartman, but it's going to be people that you don't usually expect from South Park. And for the most part, I think a lot of these are going to have 3 on the franchises. We got Stewie at Cleveland, my bad. From the Cleveland Show or Family Guy. A lot of these are going to have 3 to 4 on the franchise. Some of them are going to only have 2. It just depends. There's a couple characters that I'm not familiar with. Really wanted some Boondocks. Could not get those. The ones that I wanted. I wanted Riley and I think Huey. I think those are the brothers. And maybe the... you know what? I bet you their dad is on there. I could have got him. But unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of great Venture Bros we're going to be missing out on. And we got Morty here too. So now we got Rick and Morty in this same Rumble here. Yeah, there's a lot that we're missing out on. So we might do another one of these. But we have a lot of the core characters in here. Of course, Rick. We're going to have Cartman. We're going to have a lot of people in here. But I'll tell you about I love adult cartoons. I could still watch adult cartoons. Some of the cartoons I grew up on, I don't enjoy as much as I used to. But adult cartoons are... for grown-ups, for the most part. And number 5 is Invincible. I am counting this one. So Invincible is one that I really enjoy. It's not really... There is some comedic moments in Invincible. But for the most part, Invincible is more of an action series. But it's made by the same people that made Walking Dead. I think Kirkman's involved in that, so... But yeah, it's definitely not for kids. And Morty has been eliminated by Cleveland. And number 6 is Cartman. Eric Cartman coming in at number 6. And this is not Lucas's version. Lucas did make quite a few of these characters. I will give him credit for those. He made Homer. He made Peter. You're expecting those guys. He made a couple other ones also. I'm not going to give away right off. And Rick Sanchez going after Cleveland here. And if I sound a little exhausted, I'm doing a lot of videos today. I had an opportunity to record at my favorite place. And of course, I love recording there. It's not the same. And yeah, this is the demon from Samurai Jack. So that one I know is TVY7. Up until a certain period. I think the final season is either TV-14 or TV Mature. And I thought it was a cool character. I thought it was a pretty cool character. I have never seen Samurai Jack. Shame on me. I know. My friends have seen it. They love it. They talk about it sometimes. I have never seen one episode of Samurai Jack. Shame on me. I know. And now we got Mr. Mackey at number 8, the counselor from South Park. So yeah, I couldn't... You know what? There's probably a Kyle somewhere, but when I searched South Park, I just didn't want to use those. and I used Cartman, and I used a couple other people. And Invincible has eliminated Eric Cartman. But make sure you tell me, what is your favorite adult cartoon show, your least favorite adult cartoon show? And it comes to favorites, and I got to be careful because I'm going to make some people mad, I'm sure. But my favorites is South Park and Family Guy. Those are definitely the top tier for me. And we got Bart Simpson here. My least favorite, I need to go back and give King of the Hill another chance. At the time I watched it, it's not my favorite, but there's a lot of least favorites. Adult Swim cartoons that are just horrible. There's one in particular that's pretty rough on religion that I don't like. I don't want to say the name of the show because I don't want to promote it, because it is very disgusting. Not only for the aspects on, you can guess what it is. I'm sure you all will guess it. And we got Bobby Hill here. So, but yeah, it's not only just its take on religion, but it's also got some very stuff that I don't find funny in it. It's on Adult Swim. I think you all know what it is. But there's a couple shows on Adult Swim that are just terrible. That only had a couple seasons. I'm not the biggest Robot Chicken fan. And Randy Marsh has been eliminated, of course. But that's one that I'm not a big fan of. I do have a Funko Pop of the Robot Chicken. I think he's cool. But some of the stuff on Robot Chicken I don't like. But it has nothing to do with really vulgar stuff, because obviously I love South Park, love Family Guy. So the vulgar aspect, and even like the political incorrectness, well, not being politically correct. I don't have a problem with, offensive jokes and stuff like that. As long as they're jokes, jokes are jokes. I like stand-up comics. I like stuff like that. But there's such things as going too far. But I can enjoy Family Guy and South Park. So I can take a lot. But that one show on Adult Swim is just disgusting. But anyway, and then there's a couple other shows on Adult Swim I don't like either. There's a show called, I forget what that was called. My friend loves Squidbillies. It's not the show I'm talking about, but I'm not a big fan of Squidbillies. But we got Bob's Burgers, not a big fan of that show either. I know some of you all love that show. Just not my humor. I have nothing against the show, but of course 2K has something against the word Bob, because we all know what's on his mind. He's added an extra O, probably, to Bob. That's probably why they put it in asterisks. That's my guess. I think that's stupid. But at the same time, we see some of the stuff that gets uploaded on community creations, and you could see why there might be asterisks on that. So Bart Simpson's been eliminated by BoJack Horseman, which I heard is a really good show. I've seen about 5 episodes of it, but I need to go back and rewatch it. I actually started watching it when it first came out. I thought it was a pretty good show. And Invincible and Bob's Burgers. Yeah, I could handle most comedy, but there's just certain things that I don't like in comedy but I like. I could basically watch any stand-up, just about. I think the people that do clean comedy, that's tough to do. I respect clean comedy, because that's definitely a tough thing to do. And we've already lost Rick Sanchez, and we lost the guy from Samurai Jack, the villain, and Bob's Burgers, which I could care less, because I'm not a fan. Just not a fan of that show. And number 13, we have Bender, and this was made by Lucas, and this is a good version. We did have an issue with this character, and that makes me start to think, because I didn't know at first Lucas made him, but that kind of has me thinking that maybe it was 2K, and it was on my second account I had the issue with this character, the second account. So now I'm wondering Is it all Bender's fault? I mean, now I'm wondering if it was my fault or 2K's fault. I want to say it's 2K's fault. Because obviously I should be able to use a second account. And we got Dr. Zoidberg here from Futurama. Also, which I think is the funniest character besides Bender. I think Bender and Zoidberg are funny. Futurama, a lot of the jokes don't hit for me. I enjoy watching the show. It's one of those shows I can put on and just enjoy it. Just turn my brain off. One of those shows. But I don't find it as funny as Family Guy and South Park and even Rick and Morty. I do find Bender and Zoidberg funny. I think they're funny characters, and I hate Zap. And Peter Griffin is here. One of my favorites. Of course, made by Lucas. And Lucas is a cartoon master. So he made a lot of cartoons. So not all of these are his. I tried not to put... Well, he makes a lot of cartoons that aren't adults, too. Like Charlie Brown, like... what else? Charlie Brown, SpongeBob. Those are not for... I mean, adults can enjoy them. Don't get me wrong. But these are intended for an adult audience. And we have one of Hank's friends. I couldn't get them all on here. But, and wow. So, grand opening, grand closing. There. I mean, what was that? I mean, he drank a little too... he drank a lot of beer, I guess, before the show. I mean, the King of the Hill character's not doing well. Bobby Hill didn't do really nothing. Hank Hill's really good because a lot of Lucas's creations are just top tier in fighting as well. And speaking of... Well, no, I thought that was somebody else. No, he made this one too. Sterling Archer is here. And make sure you download his creations. It helps him out. And he's been a long time sub. This guy's been subbed with us for probably over a decade, I would say. Yeah, I would say over a decade he's been a sub. Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that you have an account for that long. So, that's just, it's just crazy to me. And number 18 is this guy. He's from Smiling Friends. I've never heard of this show. I looked it up. I did a hashtag for Adult Swim. And Invincible's doing really good. Eliminated Peter Griffin there. And I have 2 characters from Smiling Friends. So I've never seen the show. It's got a lot of high praise. I looked on a Reddit thing for ideas for adult cartoons. This was actually one of the most popular ones. I didn't know. I'd never heard of this show until now. And that's also another thing about community creations. It makes me aware of certain things. And here's our second character from Smiling Friends. It's supposed to be like an adult version of regular show. That's what I've heard. That's kind of how it's been described to me. And I don't know anything about it. I've never seen an episode. I want to actually watch it now. So whoever made those characters, you just got a viewer for the show. So I'm actually interested in watching. I'm actually working on Rick and Morty right now. I saw the first 3 seasons of Rick and Morty, but then I put it down, and they put out a bunch of seasons, and the guy got in trouble, and I think he was innocent. I don't know. I don't know the full story, but it just goes to show that, how cancel culture sometimes is horrible. But I don't know the full story. I don't know if he was found not guilty or not. I didn't read up on it, but I heard he was found not guilty, but that was from a friend. And we got one of my favorite Futurama characters. I think this is a strong female lead character. I really enjoy this character. And I believe she's the only female in this Rumble. But she's as tough as any of these guys are. And that is Leela from Futurama. And of course Zap. Oh my goodness, I hate Zap. Just how he gets on her just disgusts me. I hate characters. For some reason, I have this hatred for characters that will not stop asking women out. Like in Family Guy's one of them. And then, of course, I believe his name's Zap from Futurama. And it's like every time I see one of those two characters going after Meg, I'm just like, come on. That's who you're going to go after? Either Meg or her, which, she, even though she has one eye, a lot better looking than Meg. But it just drives me crazy. They just don't get it. They don't like you. And BoJack Horseman, and maybe eventually they do. I don't know. I'm a little bit behind on Family Guy also. And 22 is Homer Simpson, made by Lucas. So Lucas made Homer. He made Archer. He made Peter. I think this Cartman I used, he didn't make that Cartman, I don't think. Might be wrong there. I don't think he made that version. And he made Hank Hill, which is another well-known adult cartoon from King of the Hill. We also have Chris Griffin here, so I probably have more Family Guy, more Seth MacFarlane than anybody, because I'm a big fan of Seth MacFarlane's cartoons. But I need to watch more of South Park. I would say South Park may be my number one. But I need to watch more, because I've only watched like 5 seasons. But the way it's going, it's definitely going to be number one if it continues the consistency. And we got Beavis. Here from Beavis and Butthead. I've never seen Beavis and Butthead. Kill me, I know. It's one day not seeing Smiling Friends, but not seeing Beavis and Butthead is insane. That's just insane talk. Like, I would, that's something you don't say out loud. But I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you all. I've seen Simpsons. I've seen King of the Hill. I haven't seen Smiling Friends. I've seen even BoJack. But I've never seen, and I've seen like 2 or 3 seasons of Archer. But I've never seen Beavis and Butthead. I don't think I would like it, but I'm not for sure. I can't say such a shame. I've seen all these cartoons, but never have seen an episode of Beavis and Butthead. But I don't think I would love it. Maybe I'll give it a chance. I know a lot of it's on Paramount Plus, I believe, which I have a subscription because I gotta watch Dexter. And number 24 is Stan Smith from American Dad. And Homer Simpson has been eliminated. And American Dad's okay. It's not one of my favorites. I do like Seth MacFarlane's stuff. And apparently he's not 2K's favorite because he was shaking there like a leaf on a tree. But American Dad's okay. It's kind of like a Futurama situation where I don't always find it funny, but I like putting it on in the background, turning my brain off. Definitely one of those shows. Same thing with The Simpsons. And 25 is Omni-Man from Invincible. So it's been a pretty awesome Rumble so far. I mean, I will say some of these have been short so far. We've had a couple long Rumbles. I think the longest one we had was 41 minutes. A little too long, but we've had some short ones also. We've had like 28 minutes and very short Rumbles. And we got Stan Smith trying to make a dive there or something. I don't know. And these characters from Smiling Friends are pretty cool. This pink guy's pretty awesome. I'm going to have to check the show out. Like I said, whoever created them got them a view. And we got Nathan Explosion, one of my favorites. Lucas made him. Thank you, Lucas. And you know what, Lucas? It's definitely too much to ask for, but if you ever get a chance to make all of the band, that would be awesome. But I get Nathan's the best. Obviously, Nathan's the best. And that'd be tough, especially Murderface, I think would be tough. And we've had other members on here before, but it's rare to see any. Nathan's probably the most known character, and shame on me. I've never seen Beavis and Butthead, but I have seen all of Metalocalypse minus the movie they did after. I've seen every episode of the show, which is crazy. And of course, Dr. Roxo, I should have, oh man, should have put him in this Rumble. Could have cut someone from Family Guy and put Dr. Roxo in. Oh my goodness. We're definitely going to be missing people. We have nobody from Venture Bros in here. If you guys love that show, I'm not a big fan of that show. There's obviously we don't have anyone from Aqua Teen Force, so we're definitely missing out on some people. And maybe we'll do one later. We got Hank Hill at 27. Maybe we'll do another one, but the problem is we got a lot of the main people in this one. We just lost the guy from Smiling Friends. We got a lot of main people in this Rumble. So if I do an adult cartoon part 2, we're going to have a lot of people that are not as known. And then they're going to have to make, of course, I could probably get a couple people from King of the Hill, a couple people from Family Guy on here, Simpsons, but it's not going to have the main players. So in this, we got Rick, we got Homer, we got Bojack, we have Peter, Eric. We got the main characters of these franchises. So it would be weird adding an adult cartoon Rumble without the main characters if we did a part 2. So I don't know if we're going to get a part 2 or not. But you may see other characters in the future. I wish we had some of the ones we had on 2K19, like Harassment Panda. That was a great creation. I loved Harassment Panda. And 28 is Stewie Griffin. Another Lucas creation. Like I said, Lucas is really coming through for us in this. So we got Stewie in the house. So Hank Hill, Stewie, Peter, Nathan Explosion, Archer, all made by Lucas. So hats off to Lucas for this one. We couldn't have did it without him. And if we did pull it off, it wouldn't have been near the same. I mean, if you look at knowledge, if you look at the guy that made a lot of the Power Rangers, if you look at the Lucas, those 3 creators, I mean, pages of creations, pages. And most creators do a couple and then they're done because it's tough. It's not an easy job. And I think Lucas has a lot of his stuff ready. I think that's how he can make so many so quickly, but still, putting all that, face scan stuff, all the custom images, it's not easy. It's not an easy job. It'd be nice if you could import the created characters to the next games. That would be awesome. Look at Nathan Explosion with the clothesline. Crazy clothesline by Nathan, Nathan Explosion there. And Stewie eliminated. Wow. So Stewie gets eliminated there. Getting closer to the end. Still have some more entries in this. I don't know who's going to take this. I mean, some of the biggest guys are already done. Peter, Eric Cartman's done. And 29 is, it's the guy from one of Hank's friends from King of the Hill. Now, we did miss out on the guy with the hat. I would have had him. I would have actually put him in this Rumble. But I had to have, someone's sunglasses. Give me a break. It's like I have to unlock something in Showcase. So I couldn't get him, unfortunately. I was going to have him in here. I think he's one of the... I haven't watched enough King of the Hill, but I think he's one of the most popular of the friends, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe this guy's just as popular, but we still have number 30 to go. Oh, my goodness. They are flying out of here. And number 30, of course, is Butthead. They had to give him the asterisk. Mr. 2K does not, he likes Beavis, but he does not like Butthead. Because his name has been censored. And knowing the people of 2K, because obviously some of the people that upload there are just as bad as Mr. 2K, or even worse. The reason why he had to put Butthead as asterisk probably is because somebody would probably literally put their butt on a face scan, on a face, on Community Creations. I would not doubt it at this point. I would not doubt it. Knowing them. So of course, he has to do asterisks, and asterisks makes it harder to find these people. Like Dr. Doom, for an example. I have to look up Doctor to find Dr. Doom. Doom is going to give me asterisks. 4-letter asterisks. I don't get that. I guess they're saying Doom sounds like damn. That's the only thing I can think of. Which is crazy. Because there's 2 letters that would have to be switched. That's insane. And yeah, that's literally insane. But anyway. And look, and that's a word that's used in the game, I'm sure. So, I mean, look at Ron. Him using the word from the APA. I mean, that's not like it's another 4-letter word. But anyway, we're down to 3. We got one of Lucas's creations. We got Omni-Man and we got Butthead. And I'm rooting against Butthead because he's number 30. And I don't think he has a chance, to be honest with you all. I don't think he has a chance of winning this thing. And, oh my goodness, what a punch by Omni-Man there. That was an insane punch. And Omni-Man still in this Rumble. And look at Nathan Explosion. Oh, slams Butthead. We got a lot of crazy Rumbles we've been doing here lately. It's just been insane. The Rumble ideas I've come up with, at the time I'm doing this, I haven't even done the tournament. Yet. Because I'm coming up with all these ideas and they're doing so well. Especially the random Rumble. People love random Rumbles. I mean, I don't get it. Sometimes we're getting around, like, it used to, like in 2K24, we were struggling to get to 100 on Rumbles and stuff like that. And of course, a lot of that was near the end. So maybe it will fade out. Maybe it will fade out later on because 2K24 seems to be a more acceptable with the AI and with some of the features than 2K25 because the island ruins 2K25. But the fact that we're pulling off on some of these random Rumbles 300 views, and the thumbnails really count. If you put 2 people on a thumbnail, 2 pictures of, and maybe this is me just spitting absolute conspiracy theories about the algorithm. If you put 2 people in the thumbnail, it doesn't do as good as putting 4. I don't get it. I like putting 2 in the thumbnail because I want you to all be surprised. But if you see 3 people in the thumbnail that you don't like, but you see Stitch, it's like, wow, Stitch is in this. I want to watch this now. I'm going to click on it. And I usually like to put, like, I'm not going to put somebody that's not popular in a thumbnail. Or someone that you don't want to see. Like, I'm not going to put, like, Saul Goodman's brother in a thumbnail. I'm going to put Shrek. I'm going to put Ronald McDonald. I'm going to put people that get the clicks. And look at Nathan Explosion. He wins. He wins. He defeats Butthead. So congratulations for defeating number 30. But you're not going to WrestleMania. Everyone at WrestleMania will literally die if you go to WrestleMania. If Def Clock goes to WrestleMania. If you haven't seen that show, it's one of the most violent shows I've ever watched. And literally, I would hate to be one of their fans because literally their audience members get killed. It's like a live show of FLH. It's insane. If you ever watch the show, it is just utterly insane of what happens in the show. And but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nathan Explosion wins. This is one of Lucas's greatest creations that he's ever done. And yeah, I got to give him credit where credit's due. I mean, it's a wonderful creation. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me, what is your favorite adult cartoon, least favorite? Make sure to put it in the comment section, not just the live chat. You people that comment really help. Christopher, Knowledge, I see you guys. The Shaggy guy, I see him. You guys really help the algorithm. So keep those comments up. And I appreciate you all. Thank you all for dropping by. I'll see you all later.